I'm Ben.
I'm Ron.
I'm Chris.
I'm Jason, and this is Hometown Has-Beens. All right, episode 1, Hometown Has-Beens. How's everybody doing?
If I was any better, I'd be Jason Sexton.
False. Chris, welcome
Thank you.
to the pod.
Glad to be here.
Ben.
Hey.
Hey, bud. All right, so we had this idea for a podcast called Hometown Has-Beens because all 4 of us went to school together, and now we teach in that same school system. 3 of us teach at the high school. One of them's on his way to high school, so next year we'll all be walking the same halls that we graduated from as teachers. And I guess that's the only reason we have to start a podcast.
That's it. And time.
And time, yeah.
Time and opportunity.
Time and opportunity. Yeah, so we're just going to go with it and see what happens.
So y'all ready for my...
Yeah, so today Ryan's got a topic for us, or the way we'll kind of bounce around. Each of us has brought, I guess you call it a topic or
discussion topic.
Yeah, topic. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll bring a topic to you, and then we'll all just kind of banter about it. So Ryan's up first. Ryan, what are you bringing? Wait,
This topic.
I have a question before he starts.
This topic.
Do you have do you have guided notes in front of you
I
for
do.
our? Wow.
Well, I have what y'all.
You got
there's
that.
nothing on there. Nothing on there is valuable to you.
It has what we're going to talk about. I just thought.
Yeah, that's it.
He's ready to go.
I'm ready.
I was just,
ready.
you know,
You're going to be such a better teacher than me.
I'm
at
not
the high
very
school,
good at
for
all,
sure.
like on the spot. It's
I am
I'm
not a teacher.
spontaneous.
That shows how
This
good of a
a-
teacher you're going to be
This
next
a
year.
lit teacher thing.
Yeah.
I didn't do that.
Yeah, you're right.
I got
I
out
need
of
some
that.
You're
lit
not
teacher
even-
advice, by the way. But
I've
I'm really
got
excited.
lit teacher material for you.
I doubt it, man. The crucible.
He said, I doubt it.
Can
What the heck?
No, like I doubt that you're not lit teacher material. I believe you are.
I'm not.
Can I tell you what I found out today in research about the crucible?
No.
No.
This is so interesting.
No,
I don't
it's
care.
not.
This is family history. Talk
It's
about
not
has-beens.
real.
This is the most has-been thing ever.
All right. What do
So-
you got for us?
The Salem witch trials in 1690,
Loved them.
in Massachusetts. The real history behind that, there's a feud between 2 families.
Yep.
Not the Hatfield McCoy. It was the Putnams and the Porters.
Oh, shoot.
Yes. The Porters were liberal merchants, and the Putnams were like hometown farmers. And they didn't like each other. They were fighting over land, and there was a new pastor in town, and they were fighting over whether the pastor should be the pastor or not, and then how much to pay him. Well, anyhow, the Putnam's daughter and with the preacher's daughter are the ones who first started having these breakouts that they were possessed by demons. They were witches, right? Well, anyhow, guess who they accused of also being witches?
The Porter.
The Porter clan. And the Porters ended up getting
Clan?
run out of Salem, and that's how we ended up here.
So
I didn't
you-
learn my family history today.
All right.
Ryan loses it. He'll never get it back.
So, Chris, did you say they were farmers?
Oh, we're back.
Is that
The
what?
Putnams were farmers. Yes.
So,
Porters
is that
were
what you got you into farming?
Oh, no. But
Oh, we'll
Hold
get
on,
there.
hold
We'll
on,
get
hold on.
there.
I'm good. I got
All
it.
right,
Let's
take off,
get off
Ryan.
of it. All right. So, all right. Imagine if the Olympics were on a draft basis. So, like, you know, almost like a jury duty selection. So, just your most random person would just get selected to go swim in the
like
Olympics
the
for your
Hunger
country.
Games, Olympic style.
Yeah. So you get they get random person gets like 6 weeks to train. They get off of work, they get paid, and then you
Jury duty, I got
go put them curling or Olympic skiing.
Could do the curling.
Yeah, like how much more fun would that be to watch? Like,
A lot.
What happens if they die?
I mean, that's a deep question.
No, I don't mean to them. I don't care about them. I mean, like, do they,
Oh, like a replacement? Yeah, you got alternates.
No, I don't, that's a good question too.
Yeah,
what
you
I
got-
mean
you got
is
alternates.
like, what happens with their family? They get like a check.
No,
Or is
you get a 21 gun salute.
Wait, do people die in the Olympics? Like, is that a thing?
Oh,
Well,
if
it's
you
like,
snow,
yeah.
If I were to go do ski jumping,
Oh,
yeah,
that's
then
true,
I would
that's
die.
true.
Like,
That's
it's-
I got you.
But you get 6 weeks of training. You just got to land one.
I
man.
couldn't do that in 6 weeks. I could never do
Dude,
that.
I-
There's not enough time.
I
6
wouldn't
weeks?
try it.
Come on,
I'm
man.
scared of the heights that they go to. Like, I'm scared to do it. I couldn't do it.
I could just see like
Homer, we have a bobsled team.
I just want to like I just want to see like
Just walk around Walmart
yeah,
and be
yes, like that guy.
Not the commerce Walmart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that
Yeah.
guy picking up the fudge rounds.
big. Yes,
Going to
Johnny over here
So
is getting his fudge rounds,
yeah
and now
Jason, you
we're gonna
dead yet?
see him on TV.
on TV.
like the lady with sweatpants that say "juicy" on the
Yes,
butt,
yes.
that like rides around in
Yes.
a wheelchair but can walk.
Yes.
but
Going
With-
to the Olympics, dude.
Without doubt, the ratings would be so high.
Oh, I would watch that jump so fast, so much.
because the likelihood of injury is so high.
Yeah, well, and it's
Like,
also
why
like,
do people really watch NASCAR to see them wreck?
it's also like
Right?
True.
yeah.
when they could go home and like interview their families, they'd like come to Homer and be like, "Yeah, what do you think about Bubba's chances with figure skating?"
Hey,
Not good.
guess what? Ted's gonna be a skier.
Dude.
I think it would bring the world together more.
Yeah.
Really?
Also,
I think so.
And how?
Because I think that like right now, the
I think
only
the
thing you
wor-
see with like Russia is like Vladimir Putin, and we
Oh.
hate him. But what if we saw some random redneck from
Russians.
Russia, from like Siberia,
that's a good point.
come in and
I
be
like
like, you know,
Hey, I've never done this before, but I'm gonna give it my go. Yeah,
like I think that it would like normal people are more alike around the world than we.
that's a
give people
good
credit for.
point.
I think obesity would be down.
I don't.
I think we lose, man.
Oh, 100%.
We
America
lose,
is
dude.
not winning. Who's
Unless we
winning?
stack it. Like,
Oh,
How you?
dude, the countries
We
that
already stack it. That's how it's ran now. Is we stack it.
dude, I think the countries
Mexico.
that do hard things every day. That's who's winning.
Okay, name one.
Nepal.
I know zero things.
Their
about
women
Nepal.
carry
Oddly
bricks
specific.
on their head.
Yeah, they're winning. Those,
What are they?
those
how
they're
would-
winning.
How does that help you be a good skier?
Cause dude, like, all right, let's
I'm
think.
telling you, them folks are
If
crazy.
you gotta like walk,
That has nothing. To,
No,
you're not
but listen,
walking. You're
let,
on.
let me
ski.
tell you. Let me give you why I think I say a country like Nepal. You go over there, and the people they look like I've seen 80, 90-year-old men look 40 and 50 years old. Like they don't eat the junk we eat.
Yeah.
They don't have the crazy like pollution and stuff that
Yeah.
we do. Like they are just so much healthier
Yeah.
than we are.
and dude, to get water, you gotta walk.
A long way.
You know, we
the
are,
life
we're like,
expectancy in Nepal is 68 years.
yeah, but still,
I think
yeah,
I think it's like 73 in the United States.
yeah, it's 72 for guys.
But that's
so.
because of medicine.
fact check.
Yeah, I'm just saying, you go to countries where they got to do difficult things every day. Your average person has to like go win it.
Okay. All right.
Another
They're
thing
winning.
though is you said they get training. The reason our Olympics are so good already is because we have really good facilities and training. Like who's train? Like is the guy in Nepal that's also never skied in his life going to be the one that has to train? You know, like
That's a good point.
Like who's training them?
That's a good point. Maybe we have Olympic trainers. No, the countries pay the trainers.
Right, but like does it have to be
Yeah.
a trainer from that country? Or
Nah,
could they come
nah,
to the
because-
United States and train?
Yeah, because they do that already. So everything stays the same. Just,
Right.
Just the
Well, but see, that's
random
always pissed
selection.
me off. Anyways, it's like tennis. Like almost every professional tennis player lives in Florida, but they like play for like Russia or whoever, and that always irritate me.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
Maria
Same in
Sharapova.
golf now.
Yeah, Maria
Yeah.
Sharapova lived in Florida from the time she was like 5 years old, but then she would always have a little Russian flag next to her. She speaks better English than me, and it
Yeah.
always pissed me off.
But yeah, like they're and your athletes are in the pool. So like if LeBron ever got chose, he's winning.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome. if
He's
so.
winning. Like LeBron versus like
Anybody.
like Timmy down the street.
Well, that's like me and Jason were talking about the other day that they should bring back pros versus Joes,
Oh, that was
yeah.
good.
but make it prime time.
That was
Like
good. That
I
was
want
a
it to
good
be
show.
like because that was a great show. Like
was a
make
good
it like
show.
8:00 on a Saturday night. I'd watch that before I watch football, like NFL.
100%.
Like show me, bring me like
Level playing field too. Don't give the Joes the extra. Like don't give them an advantage.
well that I don't.
No, I think you need a little advantage. You're talking about
Wait,
pro.
in the Olympics?
No, we're talking about pros versus Joes.
Oh, okay.
It's just amazing when you look at somebody who is a pro in what they do, like the gap. Like I've just an offer, like another professional sport that's not popular at all, but like professional fishing. You ever watch a professional bass fisherman actually fish?
No.
It's totally different than like me.
So
But yeah.
hold on.
It's
Are you
amazing.
going pros versus Joes still?
Well, I wanted to add one more thing.
I got something else after.
Is that show just showed my level of delusion. That like most people would watch that show. Like normal people watch that show and they'd be like, man, pros really are a lot better. I would watch that show and be like, that's the most unathletic person I've ever seen. I would totally hit that fastball. That guy sucks. Like it would make me think even more that I could hang.
Yeah. So I agreed. I was watching it as like a teenager, maybe. Is that when it was? Yeah. Probably. And I was like early I could do that. Yeah. Like you're talking about the random Olympic, right?
Yeah.
Olympics being drafted or whatever.
Yeah.
So you're about to get drafted for an event.
All right.
And how well do you do?
Do I do? Okay. Okay. Yeah. I'm good. All right. You know I'm real confident.
Do I just pick the event?
Yeah, just pick an event for Ryan.
Oh, for Ryan. I don't get to pick my own?
No.
And should I pick something that he would be good at? Like, am I
something
trying to
that
find
he
something?
could maybe do?
So I shouldn't say like basketball. Even though I'm going to be honest, even though he's a basketball guy,
yeah, pick basketball.
He probably has less of a chance if he has to go be in the Olympics with basketball players than if he played like curling. Because
hold on, y'all put me in a basketball game with randomly selected population. From the world, I am dominating.
No, but that's not what I'm talking about.
Hardcore.
I was almost saying like
Olympic athletes.
You had to like do something as an Olympian.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, let's do it that way then.
Because what I'm saying is, even though basketball is your thing,
yeah.
You would be more likely to compete with a curler than LeBron James.
Yeah.
So what sport are we giving Ryan then? Curling?
He's built like a swimmer.
He is built like a swimmer.
Can you swim?
All right, I can swim. Is very bad though, and I don't know if it's because I got asthma, but I can, bro. Listen,
you got asthma?
Yes, I cannot hold my breath. And like the whole y'all, all right,
swimmers hold their
breath. All right, y'all go jump in a pool.
Scuba diving.
Y'all go jump in a pool. Like you go dive in a pool, right? You just dive. No, I'm holding my nose. No, I'm straight 8-year-old. Had never been to the public pool. Hold my nose. Like no, swimming. No.
Oh, there you go.
Swimming.
Sorry, I'm trying to match you with something good.
No. All right, Ben, we're gonna put you on. We're gonna put you on something that breeds anger.
Boxing is an Olympic event.
Ooh.
Yeah, but it's about weight class, and I'm not as strong as I am big. You know what I mean? Like
I was thinking more something like more like
golf is an Olympic
like
sport.
Roman wrestling. Like
what is that?
Sumo wrestling?
Not sumo.
What is Roman wrestling? Is that an
Olympic
Olympic event?
He just made that up.
Like high school wrestling?
Yeah, it's like high school wrestling.
That's called Olympic wrestling.
It's called wrestling.
Yes.
Now they call it something.
Like the kind where they hit
wrestling.
people with chairs isn't a thing.
No.
Yeah.
We're not
Olympic. That would be awesome.
That's called pro wrestling. All right. And then Olympic wrestling is called amateur wrestling.
Did you know the original
the
Olympics?
Netflix show about the Netflix documentary about the wrestlers? Y'all remember watching that?
Did you know the original Olympics were in the nude?
Yes.
Legit.
What? Are you for real?
Dude,
like that one's in ancient Greece. Yeah, they were in the nude.
Also, probably raise ratings. Let's be honest. In addition to
they wanted to show like the perfect human physique.
All right, we're gonna move on to my topic. Y'all good with that? This is how we signify changing topics. All right.
Infomercial.
There is a stigma in this masculine nation about minivans. All right. And the whole stigma is like, oh, you get a minivan, you sold out, give me your man card, all this other stuff, all that nonsense. I call it nonsense because this past weekend, I purchased a minivan because I'm a good father and a good husband. All right.
I like how you're prefacing this with all this like. If you disagree, you're not a good father and a good husband.
That's how you win a freaking argument.
For the first like 2 years of Hudson's life, because I was driving further, I made Savannah drive my lifted Jeep and like throw him into it. It was like eye level, and she was throwing the like empty carrier in there. So I probably.
So let me just tell you all the reasons why I mean it's a good move.
Yeah.
All right, we've got 2 kids. Okay, we were driving around in a little Toyota Camry. Great for gas, good vehicle, whatever. All right. The minivan has sliding doors on both sides. I can just step up into it and put Inslee in the car seat if I wanted to. There's so much space. We can separate the girls if we need to. There's that third row that's a real third row, not one of the fake ones that some of the SUVs have.
Yep.
so much space. Also, empty seats. So there's 4 extra seats, right? So that's room for 4 more kids in theory, which you know how you get kids. So I think it is a masculine
How
move
do
to
you
buy a
get
minivan. Intercourse.
Coitus.
So I want to hear Chris's response first because
Yeah.
I've been looking forward to this. Go ahead.
Yeah.
About
So
the
what do you think
minivan?
about the minivan?
Because you seemed really excited on the group text. So.
No, so just like people at church recently who I thought were cool got minivans, and I'm
No, they're not cool.
this is how I preference that. No,
Boom. Roasted.
let me ask this though: when you bought it, did they talk about the hallway in the minivan?
The hallway. Yeah, I'm not buying an RV.
Well, I know the people are talking to. They're like, well, in the hallway back. I was like, it has a hallway. That's all.
I'll be honest with you. The guy who sold it to us, he is not a good salesman. He's a really creepy dude. I would not be he's
Well,
not
he's
going to
selling
hear this.
minivans.
He probably
He
drives a
drives a minivan.
I'm telling you, dude, this guy should not be a salesman. My wife
death
wanted
of a
this vehicle, and she knew she was getting this vehicle. All right, as long as everything checked out. He didn't know the features. Dude, it's got a built-in freaking shop vac. I can vacuum my
What?
minivan.
What?
Heck yeah.
No way.
I can vacuum my
That's
minivan
awesome.
That's a hard sell.
without going anywhere.
That is the best thing I've ever heard
Yeah.
about it.
I don't
What's the
vacuum
gas
my vehicle.
mileage?
Like, I have-
Gas mileage is like 19 to 28. 19 city, 28 highway.
The only I like it. Like I'm excited for you, honestly. Like 'cause I think it's.
Remember your
cool
first
thing.
comment about some guys at church that I thought were cool got a minivan.
I was just
I
joking.
love
not-
minivans.
I was just
That
joking.
just seems
The only
yeah.
thing drawback I have, just in my own personal,
I call it the blue
I
whip.
don't want any vehicle that won't tow something.
I have a freaking trailer hitch in my minivan.
He's towing children.
Give me some.
Okay.
Do you
Well,
still
that's-
have
There's
your
a trailer
truck?
hitch hookup.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, okay.
All right.
So that's encouraging.
I still have my truck.
So you're saying you're good with it.
Yeah, like
As a
it's like
man.
a moped.
What?
They're the complete.
completely
You could
opposite.
not
Fun
get
to
more
ride.
opposite.
You just don't want nobody to see you do it.
No, that's not the saying. The saying is that's not it.
Oh man, that's
it's
good.
nothing like a moped.
It's, all right. So hey, let me hold on. So let me.
Okay.
This is what I think on this. I think it's okay to have a minivan. I think it's okay to drive a minivan as long as your wife is with you and your children.
Well, I
But-
drove it to Walmart the other day by
your-
myself.
Yeah, you can't do that.
I
you
just
can't do
did.
that.
I
No.
just did.
You can't drive a minivan. I don't even think you could drive a minivan with the kids in the car and not your wife. Like I think it's got to be the whole family.
For sure.
If I pull up at a red light and I look to my right, it's a 4-lane, and I look to my right and I see just one guy in a minivan and it don't look like they're a painter.
That's not a minivan.
Dude, yeah.
If they're a painter, they're not driving a minivan. They're driving a cargo van.
All right, if I
All right?
look to my right and I see one person,
Get your van knowledge.
a
in
single,
check.
like one guy in a minivan with no wife or children in it,
You
I'm
just
like,
assume he's running errands like a good husband.
yeah,
Thank you.
no.
Good night.
I immediately turn around and tell my kid, like, hey, remember that face, and if you ever see it again, run.
I just get
and your kid's gonna say, "That's Jason."
What you probably need to think is his wife said, "Hey, I ran out of pads," and he automatically got in his minivan.
Dude. All right. What's your minivan thoughts, Ben? Let's hear them.
So first of all, I was talking to Savannah about this when we saw these come through, and we both laughed in agreement that like Chris Porter would drive a minivan without kids because we thought
100%. 100%.
That's the new burn. You would drive a minivan without kids in it.
Boom. Roasted.
like I can see you rolling up in
you
like
jive turkey.
in college, like Tacoma Falls College.
Rolling up in a minivan in college.
Oh me.
That's a good point.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think that if my wife was like, I want one, I would feel the way you do. I wouldn't like driving it, but if we were
Yeah.
on vacation, I would do it.
Yeah.
That's-
But I would.
it
Oh.
drives
Dude.
so good.
Vacation car?
Yeah.
You're not beating the minivan.
We're going to the beach.
What dealer? What make? Not dealer. What make? Like, is it a Chrysler?
It's a Honda
It's a
Odyssey.
Honda
It's a-
Odyssey.
2017. It's got the entertainment system.
It's
What
bump. They just rolling down the street.
We got headphones, wireless headphones.
Officially old.
No
We
big
all
deal.
are.
I just can't do it, man.
I can't either.
You don't have
Like
to.
I don't even think I'm cool anymore. It's not even about
Hold on,
that.
you
It's
could
just
do-
like that's the last straw.
You could do it with the.
Like
you could-
I'm wearing blue tennis shoes with jeans. Like I'm way past cool, but I just. but
He is.
but
That's when you know blue tennis shoes with jeans. That's when you know.
for sure.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
I think you just wear blue tennis
It's
shoes
not.
with
That's what he's
anything.
saying.
They were supposed to be black, but the guy I coached with ordered the wrong color.
But they do look
Boom.
good, don't they? And they're
Roasted.
super comfy.
Yeah. I'm wearing them, you know.
I had mine on yesterday.
So Ben, would you drive though with your family? I mean, like,
If
would
my
you drive?
wife,
With your,
she can get whatever she wants.
Yeah.
Like and if that's what she wanted to get, which she does not.
so you only got to cash in your man car when you drive it by yourself.
For sure.
I think that's the
yes,
takeaway.
I agree with you, and
Can I get it back?
We're all acting like
Yeah,
we
when you
still
put your-
have our main car.
That's
what's
true.
fun about
When you
this.
put your family in the car, you can have it back.
All right.
I also think, like you said, like if you still have your truck, you know, like
Yeah, I
you
still
can
got my
do,
truck.
do
You-
things.
I'm just saying you can't flick somebody off in a minivan when you're by yourself. Like you can't. I'm gonna beat your test. No, you're not.
Now that's
Okay,
going to be
so
a goal of mine.
one of my favorite movies
Can't
is
wait to see you.
Christmas Vacation. And the
National
station
Lampoon's
wagon
Family Christmas Vacation.
like is
National Lampoon Christmas Family Vacation.
yeah, sure. Is
What's the
really
title?
close to
Christmas
the minivan.
vacation.
National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Christmas vacation.
Sorry.
But
I
it's
was-
a akin, I feel like. That station wagon then is the minivan of today.
Yeah, probably.
So I can see
I would
those.
drive
I don't have any
values.
wood paneling in there.
The family truckster, man, I'll drive the heck out of a family truckster. Like that's what that's called.
Oh, okay.
All right. We're going
The
to
one
change
from-
topics because I feel bad.
You shouldn't feel bad. I don't want to change topics. I want to console you.
No, I'm good. I love my minivan, so y'all can suck it.
What color is it? I'm sorry.
White. I bet it's
Midnight
white.
blue, baby. Midnight
No, it is.
blue.
Yeah.
He's driving to Walmart by himself. That's like, dude. If I
Not for fun. I don't just cruise Walmart being like, look at my van. You bet you want one of these.
Jason, you gonna be eating at like a all you can eat buffet by yourself next. I feel so bad for you.
Nah.
Is that a bad thing?
Look. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pull up in my minivan and I'm gonna go.
All right.
Yeah.
Next topic.
I'm not ready.
All right, Ben's brought something for us to discuss today.
Well, it's not really. I just need you to tell me what to do with my life.
Some advice.
So, Hudson, my child, I'm just going to talk like everybody knows who he is, but Hudson plays travel ball. All of you know that. And he's only 9, and I hate it. But I have like this guilt that I feel like he's getting like left behind if you don't play it because that's the way the world is today. He likes it, I think, and it's like a tough situation because I feel like that it's going to hurt his confidence if he doesn't play anymore because it's like almost he's like proud that he does it, but at the same time, I kind of feel like he's getting burnt out already at 9.
Well,
And
I
so,
will
like,
say this.
I want to go back to rake ball next year, but you know, it's rake ball so bad now. I don't know what to do with him.
I saw the picture of him after y'all won,
Yeah.
and he did not look like he was enjoying it.
He took his ring to school today to show his friends. Like he was very excited. Like he
So
he had played 3 games that day. He was tired.
So you could just buy him some rings.
Dude,
Yeah, that's true.
it's all right. All right.
Amazon.
I'm just throwing this out there though.
Did y'all see the picture? I'll show you the picture he's talking about.
Let me-
It's
Let me ask you this question though.
For those of you viewing on YouTube, post this picture.
What's this picture?
so
of?
this is him
Bottom
standing
left
like
corner.
he's at the end of the picture on the right down there. Like, do you see him?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. His whole body language says I don't want to be here.
But I
right
think
now."
he's just here. I'll zoom in. He's just like I think he's just looking at his ring.
Let me see it. Yeah, but then
Yeah.
there was the one with you and
Those
him.
are some pretty sweet
Show the one
jerseys,
of
by
you
the
and
way.
him.
And
Those
then
are
the
some fly
one.
jerseys.
Yeah.
Like
the one
Vanderbilt
with-
going
Yeah, they're
on
going
there.
off Vandy.
So this is the one with us. He doesn't look that sad. Like
Doesn't look that happy.
Daddy just said,
Dude,
smile, boy.
All right, look. This is my whole
Look at
thing. How many games he play?
we're 9 and 8 right now, so he's played 17 so far.
All right, no. I mean, like last weekend. How many games did he play?
5.
All right, in 5 games, how
In
many?
2 days.
How many plays did he make in the field?
6 or 7 probably.
All right. How many at bats he get?
Probably 12ish.
All right. Getting better requires reps. Can you hit a baseball at him harder than a 9-year-old can?
Yes.
So which one's more beneficial?
Oh no, practice is always more
That's
beneficial
what
than
I'm
playing
saying,
games.
dude. If he wants to be good, then he'll go be good.
Well, yeah, but the thing is, and I get that, but the thing is, like, you're getting game experience because I'm like, there's a difference in well, first of all, from a hitting standpoint, there's a difference in batting practice and, you know, a kid pitching to him.
But I don't think
And
at that age, I think it's more beneficial for you to throw it harder.
No, but what
with
I'm
a
saying
nastier curve.
is if he goes and plays rec ball, they throw strikes so poorly that they just learn to walk. They go up there and they're looking to walk because you could literally win a game in rec ball without swinging the bat at that age. I mean,
Right.
it's kids can't throw strikes.
So now it's not though. So it sounds like, I'm sorry, but it sounds like it's not that travel ball is that beneficial for him.
It's because rec ball's so bad.
It's rec ball so bad.
Right, and that's like I'd never wanted him to start playing travel ball this early, and it got really bad last year with just the way things were with the rec department where we live, and so you know, it's just that's where I'm at is, you know, I don't want him to have all these other kids that he's been playing with, and they're still playing travel ball. Now he's going to play rec ball, and it's just like dull and gray because it's boring, and you're beating the crap out of people that aren't any good, and and honestly, like it's a catch-22 for me because it's really tough giving up weekends, but I would miss a lot of practices and games and stuff with tennis if he plays rec ball because all rec ball games are during the week.
Yeah.
And I never miss a game with him playing travel ball but then at the same time, I wake up on a Saturday morning to drive an hour and a half away, and I'm like, this sucks.
Man,
I'm pulling him, man.
I think everything's pushing to travel ball younger though. I mean, in an ideal scenario, you're not playing travel ball until you're realistically, I wouldn't think until like 7th or 8th grade.
Yeah,
is
I would say
probably
middle
the
school is the
time.
age I
Yeah.
always wanted him to start. But now, man, like,
With a way,
I'm just saying you stay steady practice.
oh yeah, and he hits and stuff on his own. I mean, and the kind of what I thought about doing is if he doesn't, it's just like telling some teams that he could pick up with them next year because you always need somebody to pick up for a weekend.
Yeah,
so
that's
somebody
true.
And
goes
that's
down.
what I'm trying.
And
I mean, I ain't.
It's just it's not even really the cost at this age because it's not that expensive, honestly, for where we're playing and stuff. I mean, it's not that bad,
Yeah.
but.
But time, dude. And
Well,
and
what
it's-
started all this is Savannah's friend, who's like really anti-travel ball, like shared like this Instagram reel or something. That was like this guy being like, "It's ruining American families," which I don't necessarily think it's ruining American families. You know, I think that it depends on the family. I think it could definitely ruin some families. I think some families would rather do nothing else than do that. And
But that's what I'm saying, man. Think about all the opportunity cost.
I don't know. I just asked a 9-year-old,
Yeah.
do you want to keep doing this?
right. But I almost feel like that he'll say yes because
He thinks.
he
yeah.
thinks he should do it. If he plays next year, I probably would try to find him another team that he could actually play his own age anyways.
Let him go be a dog. It'd be like, hey, this is what when everybody else is out there throwing a football and I'm throwing a baseball to you. This is what it got you. Whether it's true or not, it don't matter.
Well, but the thing is, to your point, what you're talking about with practice and stuff, though, you're not only playing more games, but you also, like, most rec ball teams, you'll practice for a couple weeks before the season starts. Once games start, you don't practice anymore. I mean, from January to June, they're practicing 2 days a week, and we practice at Habersham Central and use their facilities and use their stuff.
Nice facilities, by the way.
And so it's like
Super nice.
he's still getting a lot more practice than he would too. It's not just games. And so, but I don't care if he gets like any better. Like that's my thing is I've told Savannah, but the second part of this too is he wants me to coach. He likes me to coach. He likes me to be there. And so then I feel guilty if I don't, but then I also feel guilty because I'm a lunatic. And like, I'm hard on him.
Everybody's shaking their head. Yes.
I'm hard on him, and so it's like if I coach, it's like a weakness of mine that I have a really hard time not being a lunatic.
Oh, well, you don't need to be a coach. Then. You need to be dad first.
Right.
That's what I said. I don't want to coach my kid.
But then at the same time, that I'm guilted. Like if I say I just want to be a dad and sit in a chair over there, then like it's like he's going to be hurt that I'm not coaching him. So either way, I feel like I'm letting him down. Whether like I'm harder on him than I am other kids because, I don't know.
Yeah, dude. I don't know.
Dang it, Bobby.
I ain't doing it. That's me. Like
once it gets a little older and a little more competitive, and some meth heads coaching him in rec ball,
that's true,
and they're losing every game, and you see them teaching them the wrong thing, and you see them, it's going to be real hard for you to one stand by not coaching him because you can get stuck with some real buffoons.
Oh, for sure.
Or two, it's going to get harder like when he's like really excelling, and you see that he wants to move into something that's going to be more competitive for him.
Well, dude, I'm telling you, that's a you decision.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
But you'd be all right.
Yeah, none of this helps. Y'all didn't help me at all. Like you're supposed to tell. I mean, you did. You
what do you want me to say? What do you want me to say? Well, you don't have an option. Sounds like you don't have an option.
Well, the rest of this year I don't, but I don't know.
If you don't have a good rec system, you don't have an option.
Dude, do what you listen. This is where I fall in this. You can sell your kid on something. Like, all right, let's say you want him to stop playing. But Hudson, do you want to go play baseball every weekend? Or do you want to have the opportunity to go to the beach and go to that? Like, you got to sell it. Like, what you want? That's what I told Riley. I'm like, Riley, you want to play baseball? Or do you want to go hang out with Daddy?
Did y'all quit the T-ball?
Man, he's trying. I've sold it. His mama won't let him.
So it's over now, right? I mean,
no, he's got a game tonight that I'm dreading.
Our last game is Friday.
And like you talking about dreading it, that's kind of how I almost feel like that part of it's just like me. And he still likes it, but it's like I've been so busy with tennis and stuff.
Dude, if he's loving it,
and
let it ride.
I mean, that's the other thing. Like, if he's like loving every minute of it,
it depends on the day, man. It's like,
but if he ever gets to the point where it's like, hey, you want to go hit with your daddy? He's like, nah.
Oh, he always wants to hit and stuff.
Well, shoot,
but games, like he's so like we played twice. Saturday we lost to a team like just freaking got. He started pitching and he's one of the best pitchers on the team, but he didn't have it. And dude, we got freaking killed by this team. And he was crying like mid game. I sat him like 2 innings. Like every time he cried, I said, "Go sit down. You're not playing for me."
Some of that's good though.
And
it means he cares about it.
Yeah. But then the next day, we actually beat that same team that beat us like 23-5 or something. And he closed out that game, and he closed out the championship game too, pitching, and like struck out the last kid, and he was like freaking jacked. So it's like, I mean, you're always gonna have a wide range of emotion, But I just don't want him to hate baseball, and that's why, like, I let him come the day you were sick when you came. Like, he was supposed to have practice that night, and the third game of the Sweet 16, and I let him skip practice to come to that because I told Savannah, I said. He was really upset he couldn't come to this, and I'd rather him come be excited about this baseball event than to dread going to practice. And
it's a good move,
because like at the end of the day, he's 9, man. And I've always been the kind like you have practice, you got to go, because I feel like that's a bad. But we got, I mean, a kid committed to Georgia Tech that practices the same amount of days for his travel team as Hudson does at 9, and so it's like if. At 17U and he's committed to Georgia Tech and they practice 2 days a week, then I think that we could probably cut it back by 1 day or something. But I don't know.
There you
go. Dude, you're good either way.
You're good.
Either decision will be good.
Wow. All right. Well, sorry we didn't help you make that decision.
Y'all were great.
We're moving on to the next topic for sake of time. Ready?
This is going to be I'm most excited.
All right, Chris, it's your turn. Why don't you first just tell us your topic?
Okay, so the topic is financially and in the experience of planting a garden. Is it worth it?
No.
Is having a garden worth it? All right. That's what you're saying. That's your.
Oh, give us your take on this.
Context of this. So
yeah, give us your take on this.
Let me preface by saying this: I'm not a good person.
Okay.
I say that to say I'm at Kroger a couple weeks ago.
K.
Rogers, and I'm buying groceries, and there's a shortage of help in most places. right? And they don't have a lot of baggers, or they didn't at this store. And I'm just kind of in a weird funk already. I know I've probably paid too much money. I put too much money in the buggy. You know, I'm already kind of mad at myself and just the price of inflation
And then
how
you get to your
expensive
car and
everything
you don't
is.
drive a minivan. There's nowhere to put it.
That's a really good point, Jason. So, I'm looking at all these self checkout. There's like 2 registers, and there's like 600 self checkout lanes. Exaggeration, but
like those.
I was like, why are we not paying people? You know, or anyhow. So I get in line for one of the 2 self checkouts. Not self checkout, like
I was about to say
Yeah.
600.
in person people there checking out. So I get in
Traditional
line. Yeah,
lanes.
traditional lanes. Thank you. And I get in line and I wait, and this lady's checking me out. I thought I had like $140 worth of stuff. I got like $230 worth of stuff.
Yo.
Adds up.
And there's not a bagger. And there's like bags where you can like bag it yourself. I'm such a bad person. I stood there and watched. I was not going to bag my own groceries after paying that much money for groceries.
Okay.
And she's like, "Are you going to bag them?" I said, "No, ma'am. It's nothing on you."
God,
But
that
after
is
paying
bold.
that much money for groceries, I'm not bagging.
I think this is a different topic of like just being just like morals. Like,
All right.
so anyhow, that just got me thinking. You know, I need a garden.
Oh, so
Would
you're
it be cheaper?
So have you started a garden?
Yes,
Okay. How's it going?
all right. So
pretty good.
Okay.
How-
hold
how-
on,
how-
hold on,
it's
hold on.
fun.
how big is the
Hold
garden?
on. Hold on. Hold on.
So-
Jason's gonna kill this.
I've got a 6x. It's not big. I just started small. It's like a 6x6 raised bed. I've got a row of tomatoes, a row of bell peppers, jalapeno peppers, a row of them. I don't know why a whole row. A whole row of okra and squash. And I'm doing the Three Sisters thing that the Native Americans used to do, where you do corn
Sure.
and beans.
Why
off
don't
the
why
corn
don't
stalk
why
and
doesn't the
squash
Porter
them up.
tribe just tell us more about it?
so
That's what I got.
so 6x6. That would be
36 square feet.
that's
Come
going to
on.
be smaller than this that we're sitting in.
Yeah, it's not very big.
Yeah, so for you, I mean, that would be you're not going to save any money from Kroger,
Okay.
hardly at all, because the things that you planted are cheap.
How
To
much? How much have you gotten out of this garden?
Nothing yet. I mean, I just planted it the other day.
Let me tell you something.
But here's some thoughts that I have
Go get-
for it.
I'm gonna
okay?
give you a thought.
Go get him, Jason.
We planted 10 strawberry plants.
Ooh, those are tough, ain't they?
They're easy, man. You just plant them. All right. And strawberries came. Wonderful. They're great. They're about as big as a quarter,
Okay. So they're not that great?
and we got about 6 of them.
It's not that great, huh?
I didn't eat any.
So
You know how much those strawberry plants were?
How much?
It was about $7 for 10 of them.
So you
All right.
wasted
So I
some.
got 6 strawberries. Okay. And you know how much I can buy strawberries for at Kroger?
Yeah, whole thing for like.
Three
Well,
or
they're
four-
expensive, man.
3 or $4.
No.
Yes.
They're expensive.
I'm
Well, let's
telling
say-
you,
yeah, let's say-
organic.
good strawberries, like if you go
Going
to
high.
J Moore or somewhere, it's going to be expensive.
Yeah,
Okay.
ain't nobody going to J Moore though.
I do. J Moore
Regardless.
strawberries are freaking.
These strawberries that I can get for what? $6. Sorry, $7. Same price as my 10 plants.
There you go.
I get a lot more strawberries and they're ready to eat.
But what about in the long run? What if I keep building up my garden? Because a lot of people have gardens that are just like plastic pots, right? And they have a ton of these things around their house or wherever they put them, backyard, wherever, just filled with dirt. And so it's like a pot garden. That sounds
Dude.
not marijuana.
That's my kind of garden, man.
That's
That's what
profitable, no doubt. That's profitable.
All right, all right, all right.
So
Dude,
the thing about a garden is if you really keep it up and really do it well, then the stuff will keep producing for a while. Like this is from last year out of mine, like just one picking of like
Wow,
stuff.
that's a lot.
So
That's awesome.
So you want to see?
Bushel.
How
A
many
whole bushel
plants?
of
How many
stuff.
tomato
So-
plants do you
But dude,
have, brother?
dude.
So
I
this,
have
this
7
year,
tomato plants. How many
that's a
tomato
good
plants
many.
are
I did not know Ben
you'll,
had a
you'll get a
garden.
bunch.
How many is
So
that?
here,
How
I'll
many
show you
plants?
mine this year. So I
hold on.
plant like 12ish. 12 last year I planted 15.
If I get
But I planted
close to
12
that,
this
I'll
year.
be so excited.
dude.
Tomatoes, dude, your tomatoes will produce.
I got
You need a
tomato
fer-
cages.
Did you
So
fertilize
what's
them?
I put
happening right
fertilizer.
now?
I put a little hole, and I put
So-
fertilizer in the hole.
You need to, yeah. So you need. You need to make sure that, like, as
what
they
I was
get
told to
bigger,
do.
those cages won't completely hold everything up. So they make almost, it's like the material of.
So you're on board with this garden?
Dude, just
Yeah,
order
this
a
is
greenhouse
mine.
off of
so,
Amazon.
So this is after I tilled mine. This is the size of mine.
Hold on.
Ben's got a big garden.
Oh, that's a big
That's a big garden.
That's a
Golly,
flex.
dude.
It used to. That's Hudson's batting cage. It used to be bigger,
It's a
but
big garden flex.
no, there you go.
That
So,
was awesome.
That's
So
the way my
anyways-
family does. You see my tomatoes this year.
so, but
know your
but that being said, like I've had
No.
years when I was just busy, and like I'll get some, but then
Thank you.
it goes to weeds.
Busy.
It goes to weeds, and then I can't. But like you're doing raised beds, weeds won't be as big of a deal, and it's obviously smaller, so you could get the weeds out of it
Dude,
pretty
quick.
But
All
like,
right.
I mean, to have a productive garden, you're basically going home and weeding that thing almost every night,
Thank you. Opportunity costs.
and
But opportunity to teach your kids valuable lessons.
Bro,
What's
listen.
your
well, and it's
learn?
also
Listen,
like it's also
yeah.
what you enjoy.
You're gonna be
I
doing
shelled
it.
beans
What are
as
they
a
learning?
kid.
Think
How many,
about.
how many kids you gonna
I'll
be
tell you what
doing
they're
this?
See,
learning.
I like
they're
sitting on
learning. I don't want a garden. I'm just gonna pay for it.
But like I enjoy sitting on the front porch, like
All right.
stringing beans.
Shelling
Delayed
beans.
Okay,
So like if
All
you
right.
enjoy the process of it, like I will sit on my front porch and drink and string beans and like I
Sounds like
like
a good
and,
time.
and I like that.
So
you know?
Ben brings me to my point. A garden's a hobby, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm in no-
A garden is a
It's
hobby.
not an
It is.
economical
It's not an
decision.
economic decision.
Yeah, no.
I mean, I grow
garden's a
enough that if
hobby.
I really take care of it, like if I canned, which I don't, like we freeze everything
Because you
I
still
don't
go to
know how to get-
Kroger.
I do want a can if I could.
Like if you get where you're doing a
give you a
bunch,
can.
you'll have because they'll. So what I'll usually do is
Can of
I'll freeze a good bit of just like individual stuff, but then toward the end of the year when I'm just kind of getting tired of everything, I'll do like soup mixes and I'll do corn, okra, tomatoes, peppers. Like I'll just put it all in like a gallon size bag, and then like it'll be like ready for vegetable soup, and then you can just like
That sounds awesome.
Next week on Betty Crocker.
so.
No, but just think about being self-sustaining. Because here's the next thing I want to do is
Oh
chickens.
Lord.
Dude,
Oh, hey,
Like
speaking of
eating
chickens,
chickens.
no, hold up.
We got chickens now, but I mean like for eggs. We got
Listen.
hens, but I mean like 40 chickens in a pen. You move it 5 feet every day. You grow
That's
them
gonna have
for
to be a
8
pretty
weeks.
big pen, man.
No. It's crazy.
40?
Yes, you put
40?
40. You only do it for 8 weeks, and then you slaughter them.
You gonna slaughter 40 chickens?
Yeah, it's all day kind of.
Where are you gonna keep them?
Yeah, where you gonna keep all those chickens?
No,
You
you
got
put
a big enough
you put them in a
freezer.
thing not
No,
this big.
I'm talking
You
about-
need like a freezer to
Dude,
put all
yeah,
the
by the
chickens
time you save on
in.
these
You
eggs,
gotta deep
keeping this freezer running
I'll-
24/7.
You
I'll-
kill a
I'll-
couple deer. You have a cow, and you kill it, and you kill a couple deer during deer season. You catch some
You wanna know
crappie out
the-
of Lake Hartwell. Man, you're set.
You want to know the worst part of this?
No.
You're still going to
The
Kroger.
the worst part of all this whole plan is plucking them chickens.
But they make a deplucker where you put them in and it spins them out like a dryer.
What? You're still going to Kroger though, man.
It's like $600.
I
but
think
they-
that Chris
they make
is
one.
preparing for the apocalypse.
Dude, this is
Bro,
this
Go
is
ahead and dig
this
a
I'm
big
is
on
hole.
a teacher's salary. like
being-
we all
no,
are.
being
And I'm trying to
self-
figure out how
well,
to make
first
it.
of all,
No,
I
you're-
feel like
6-7
that people
years
aren't
from now.
self-sufficient enough.
dude,
I
you're
agree.
you're
Hey.
on a hobby. This is a hobby.
Right now, I
This
depend
is-
on the man.
you're
I think
Oh, for
you're-
sure.
I don't want to depend on the man.
I think you have a good point. Like people don't; they're really disconnected where their food comes from.
Yes.
And it is a scary world that if you had to provide any food for yourself
you could.
that's not from the grocery store, 99% of Americans
Like COVID
could.
hits again, and you're like,
I'm just telling you though, if you ever come in here and you bring a tomato, you know, look how good my tomatoes look this year. Because I swear, dude, I get so, man.
There is a
wait
difference.
till August.
There's a
Dude,
difference in homegrown stuff.
Yeah, but
than-
Oh, our eggs are so much better than
But
eggs
dude,
at the
I'm
grocery
just saying,
store,
you
ain't
roll
gonna
it. I get. It's like if you go to any store around, like in a rural America during June, there's gonna be
July.
2 old dudes that probably have more money than they know what to do with, sitting there with a box of vegetables,
That's why they got the money.
just being like, no, they got
can't
the
spend
money.
it at K. Rogers.
No, they got the money because they worked the same job for 58 years.
and when they bought their house, it was like
Yeah.
$27.
Yeah. On a 2% interest rate.
Yeah.
But they're sitting there and they're like, look at this cucumber. Ain't that the prettiest cucumber you ever seen? And they're talking to guys like me, and I'm like, man, I don't be.
They're seducing you.
I'm like,
You're going to be that guy, though.
no. I'm like, look, my grandpa grew watermelons all the time. He'd be like, look at this pretty watermelon. I'm like,
I
it's
do
a
have 2
watermelon.
watermelon plants, too. By the
Oh
way.
gosh,
watermelon.
they're gonna run like watermelons. Though
They gonna run.
They
Let
gonna
me
run.
tell you.
So,
They gonna
listen,
run. boy.
if it were me, if I were you, and like how Did you plant one row of corn?
Yes.
Dude, why are we doing
So,
this?
like, the tomatoes, you'll get a ton of tomatoes if you just take care of them. Corn, man, is not worth it. Like, you'll get
This
like,
sounds like the radio show.
you'll
like,
get like a few years of corn because corn doesn't keep producing.
This is what
So
you,
like corn will have the ears it has, and
That's
then
it.
you like pick it, and it's.
I tell you what, this is a great time to tell you about our sponsor, Kroger.
this sounds like a radio station show at 6 a.m. on a Saturday morning.
Yeah.
Also AARP.
For hip replacements,
all
call
right,
1-800.
All right, Chris, we're about to bring in a new segment.
Here's a good one. It's gonna be good.
All right. It's called, we toyed around with a title. Is it manly or not?
Yeah, manly or not.
And then the alternative title is, has Chris done this before?
So let's go with gardening. That's a good one.
No, here's what we're going to do.
Historically, that's an interesting question
Oh
because the
my
European settlers thought the Native Americans were not manly because their women were doing the garden. Is this true, Ben?
I don't know.
All right. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to give our thoughts on whether or not we think you've done this before.
First. That's what we do at
Yes.
first. And then,
All right.
all right.
So the thing is, what is it?
Like
pedicure.
getting a manicure or a pedicure. Either one.
Manicure, pedicure. All
Is
right.
is it manly and has Chris done it before?
I think we
So,
should. Well, before we say is it
first-
manly or not?
First, has Chris done it? Right?
Yes,
Yes, I
I
think
say
so.
I say yes.
I'm gonna go no because of that one thing in the Bible. He pisseth on the wall, standing or something like that.
That's the best part of it.
All right. So Chris, have you had a manicure or pedicure?
Yes, but I'll never.
Oh my gosh! You let me down.
I got the feet done. I got my
Pedicure.
done. I'll never
All right,
do it
so-
again.
Who did you go with?
I don't know. One of the China. Oh, my grandpa. He loves it. My grandpa loves it.
What were you about to say?
He was asking which one he went to. All right, so if you're keeping
who you
score,
went
follow
with.
along at home. Follow along at home. So right now the score is Jason 1, Ben 1, Ryan 0.
For the record, I will never do it again. I hated it.
But you did it. You did
Are
it
your
once.
feet ticklish?
Yeah, I hated it. Yes,
So,
it was terrible. It was
Is that
torture.
manly?
No.
No, hard no.
No. You cannot have. You cannot say. There's no way to say. Yeah. What you got going on this weekend? I gotta go get a pedicure. I mean, there's no way to say
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
They do
And it'd be-
massage your legs
And it'd be
stuff.
manly. Did you drive a minivan by yourself
to get a pedicure.
to get a pedicure?
I drive a minivan by myself, and I will never.
My dad does this, and we make fun of him religiously. We're like, I mean, everything he says to us, he's like, hey, you did this stupid thing when you were 12 years old. I'm like, yeah, well, you're a grown man getting a pedicure, so.
So, what about you said they massage your legs? So, what about getting a massage? Is that manly or no?
I love it.
I think you
I
gotta.
think so.
I think you gotta take the wife with you. That's another one.
It's got
you gotta
like,
take the
not
wife
like a
with
deep
you.
tissue. Like
I never take my wife. I used to go like twice a month.
I know, but
You getting a man? You letting a man? I can't do
No,
that.
I
Nah, we
can't.
not doing that.
I
it was
cannot
some
do
lady
that.
named Helga, right?
Nah,
No,
look, nah.
her name's-
Listen, I'm
no,
real weird. I
Kelly.
want a male doctor, but give me a female massage.
I'm
man.
No,
I'm
don't.
very
I can't.
comfortable with my sexuality.
I am too. But I
But
don't want no man
I
rubbing on me.
ain't. But you know what's funny is like Savannah does it like a man. It makes her
Yeah,
uncomfortable.
that's the way Allison would be too.
You know what I mean? And so it's like I would never be like
No.
I'm uncomfortable by a woman rubbing me.
Yeah.
I'll take Georgie back there.
Yeah.
No.
Nah, no man giving me a massage. No,
Uh,
ain't happening.
Well, all right. Thanks for joining us on episode 1. We're gonna sign off.
It's better to be a has been than a never was.
Adios.
Love you.
Ryan has atopic dermatitis. We'll see you next week.